Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room, so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
Oh, before I forget, I watered those plants for you.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But Alright, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Okay. Almost time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first.
We've never played Machine Strike together.
Oh, no.
Huh. The door's unlocked now. There's a lot of...
Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less, and I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me. Restoring Elizabeth's dream. It's what,
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
Why do you think Elizabeth...
I've wondered that for 1,000. She was brilliant. She cared so deeply for the world. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arms. She never wanted to share her burden. I think, in the end, she had... Sometimes I wonder if anyone really...
Why did you make the data channel look like...
I built that house as a shelter, too. A safe place, not just for me. Cultural artifacts of, truly, some of the greatest achievements.
And you wanted Beta to...
Yes. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rem, it would bring something else in. A heritage every bit as valuable as data being drummed. I'm sorry I had to cut off con. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
So you know a lot about me through...
What would you like to know?
Well...
When I was 8, thousands drowned, my parents included. My guardian sent me to... Among my peers, I was the strange girl. All because of circumstance.
So we're a lot alike.
Aren't we? You were an outcast, but you didn't let that stop. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my... First from the technical, profitable expertise. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more... From there, it was only a...
You were a spy?
More like a service. When I had to remain... But despite...
Okay.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving... My past is always more than once I've lost everything. I see Liz's dream fulfilled.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I will.
Hey, Aaron. Yeah? I was thinking you could spar for a bit. When you have time.
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course.
There might be a way to deal with me.
Aloy,
You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not.
The plan will work, if we all focus.
Right. Oh, and I wanted to give you this. I didn't really know what to give you, so I...
Thanks, Alpha. I need to get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us.
Did you need something? Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
While I was out there, I had a couple run...
The tribe from across the ocean.
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mist, creating a pantheon out of...
Yes, well, it also...
Did it now?
So those run-ins, on one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance.
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Tell me about the weapon.
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes. Even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is...
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last... Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regala's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, You were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
Why create this? You didn't need a Sarah to make override.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting direct through the sons of Prometheus. I could execute my all while remaining alive.
Except to a Sarah. How did you get a Sarah to work?
I knew there was an associate of the Oseram Tinker Durval, who escaped his failed assault on Meridian. It was trivial to track her down and she wanted to succeed where Durval had.
So you promised her Regala. And the Sarah would help you create a machine-riding army and wanted to see Meridian burn as much as she did.
And so a partnership was born out of thirst for blood, bonded in mutual self-interest.
You think you had everything figured out, huh?
I did.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zenith at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier?
Yes. Exceedingly so. All Regala craved was war, against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
All right, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
I'm gonna clean my gear later. I can do yours if you want.
I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Elizabeth and Tilda had a history. The more I learn about her life, the more complicated it seems. I guess she saw something good in Tilda. I don't know what exactly, but seems like it was enough. For a while, at least. My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now.
This place smells wrong. No sand or wind, only cold sea. And the others up there.
They can hold their own.
Call it what it is.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now I wait in my cage for your word.
The whole time I've been in the West, I'd at least like to know why.
You were among the enemy.
Why did you...
Dorok, Jiroka, and the Karja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among the first, but the Karja captured them. It was too late.
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance? No. I wanted devastation. To tear down the Karja's cities and drown the land in blood. Hunt down every last survivor and grind their bones until the sky chokes on the dust. But my chief betrayed.
Are you really going to fight alongside me?
I have no reason to betray you.
Really?
I failed to kill Hakaru, failed to eliminate you. No Tenakth would follow me now. The Karja remain out of my reach, cowering behind their walls. All I have left are the screams of those long dead and unending rage. So show me where to bury.
The deal you made. Override tech in exchange for an assault on the Zenith base. How did Silence approach you?
That name means nothing to me. My agreement was with the Oseram Asera and her sons of Prometheus.
So all this time, you didn't even know who you were really dealing with? And you trusted an Outlander?
If it was a trick, I would have crushed her. But she spoke with the same burning hatred for the Karja. And she offered me the chance to run them down with machines. The terror in your enemy's eyes, I bet you...
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal?
Had I killed Hakaru, these Zeniths would have been the first of the tribe's victories. But because of you, my people will continue to consort with...
Because of me, hundreds of Tenakth won't throw away their lives in a battle they can't win. How did Hiccup... Fashav told me how he became a marshal. He earned it just like any Tenakth.
It was an insult. No Outlander can ever deserve to wear our armor, bear our marks. And then a Karja messenger was brought before us? That's when I knew. I had to run my blade through Hakaru and drag his treacherous corpse to the gates of the Sun.
What happened when the Karja...
The quivering priests bore a message from their new king. Suddenly the Karja wanted to talk peace. A true Tenakth wouldn't their blood exist to be spilled. He showed himself a Karja loving...
And lost.
His mercy was just another. I vowed never to rest until the debt was repaid. With him on it. So with an army of soldiers and machine, the day you got in my way.
All right.
Ever since you got in my way, I've wanted to see your bones burned white beneath the sun. But if I'm to die in battle, then it might as well be with the one who flew with the wings of the Ten.
I'll let you know when it's time to move out.
I keep thinking he's just gonna be standing there.
Yes?
I should get going.
May the ancestors' wisdom guide us.
Hey, look.
We are. We're finally doing that.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission. I can hear the drinking.
Varro made the right call, you know.
Thanks. Yeah. I found out a few days before you guys went to... I was... well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the... So he sat me down for a drink. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the...
I guess we never got round to it. No time like the present, though. If...
Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, I've been busting my balls trying to learn.
Don't worry.
Looking forward to.
I guess Silence is keeping to him.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that after everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Do you think...
I don't think anyone's ever okay after losing the one they... I can't tell you she's handling it better than I ever did. That keeps the rest of us level.
Anything happen?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more... Not for eating, apparently. Yeah, if you ask me, the place is fine as it... You know, metal might be plain, but it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of
You look tired.
Ha! You never want to hope. I've just been making sure that I got everything that would want to be the usual screw-up out there.
How are things with Katalo?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I asked if it'd be interested in playing. I had to fill in most of the but I'm still...
Glad to hear it. You've been looking at any...
I asked Gaia to find me someone to look at a while, and she found them. They called it. Turns out the old ones spent tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking... She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous, but I can see why you two...
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break...
What about Katalo?
Ah, now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat.
What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, it hurts a little. Yeah, maybe a lot.
What'd you do?
Well, I tried to arm wrestle with Katalo.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't such a great idea.
I was just curious to see if that new arm of his was as strong as it looked. Turns out it really is.
If that one's not working right, you can...
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. This saved my butt a couple of times now. You know, besides it,
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archive rods being used to harness. Guy reminded me, thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in storm. Went up the tallest mountain in the... It ended...
I wouldn't have...
Nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't...
Thanks. Thoughts on our new...
I'd say she smells like death, but even... She's more like a cold piece of metal.
She's... Have you talked to any of our new...
Erend and I tried speaking to some, but apparently our... tribe...
Charming, isn't he? Everyone here, if it weren't for Varl...
You know, there was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Z. We sat there, I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck, how every corner of it must be, and any fears I had about our mission. I miss him terribly.
I know. How's Aaron doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed to despair. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy sometimes.
Ready to head over to the Zenith base?
Whatever comes, we will endure.
Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we have here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
That sounds like Alva. You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war soon. And war is something I promised myself I'd left behind in the Red, but the more of your data I go through, every voice I hear, every word, it makes me realize just how much life was given so that our fighting for that gift, if we fail, it was all...
Helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there,
I don't know what you're talking about. Is there anything I can help with? Are you okay?
You and Varl were friends for quite
I like to think so.
I was wondering...
Oh.
That bad, huh?
Why do you want to know?
He spoke of his sister, Vala, but I noticed he avoided...
She's the war chief of the Nora. Best warrior the tribe's ever known. Tougher than a Thunderjaw. She could be pretty harsh at times.
I see. That must... I feel silly.
I wouldn't worry about it. He was probably afraid Sono would scare you off.
Maybe I can meet her someday.
I think that can be arranged. What are you going to learn next?
I'm not sure. Last time I spoke with Gaia, I asked her for suggestions, and she brought up data you found on some... From what I gathered, the old ones would store knowledge in them for... like you've done here. Maybe one day, more people will be able to use this place to learn...
That sounds... You ever play that board game Aaron set up?
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him. I was hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal. No such luck.
Read anything interesting lately?
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions. Like, apparently it helps that and some sort of cleanse their aura. Me, I think I'll stick to...
How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been... Apparently the old ones wrestled, called it metal meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh. You'd think we have enough of that going around.
You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking, and that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stale.
Try not to hurt him too bad. I should go. What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So... let's just try to all come back home. Okay? I should look around with my focus. There. Rendezvous point. I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
Aloy,
Where are the others?
not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be Spectres guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only. Aloy. We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right? As long as you hold up your end. We will. See you soon. Be careful. Let's go. company. Follow my lead.
Grab it.
That's what I do.
What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
I guess I'll find another way.
There's a lot of dead machines on this island.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you now.
Another Spectre.
Sneak or fight? You choose.
Acid ammo could help here. Tired yet?
Yep.
Made it through without a fight.
Yeesh. These plants are...
We're through.
These Spectres are good sport!
We can take this one, Aloy! Keep moving!
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate stormbirds. But I guess, yeah, dead one's handy enough. Hey, you remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed? You know, instead of a whole world?
Oh yeah. Good times.
More Spectres. I'll attack when you...
Here, up this rock.
Battle you love. Hey, you okay?
Yeah. I'll find a way
Down
back
there?
up.
Where'd you go?
Just need to climb back up.
How many Spectres do the Zenith have?
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the regulator. Alva and Catalo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Whatever you plan to do to stop those Spectres, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on, come on.
What is that?
Our army.
I think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
And now it can crank out machines to its heart's content. Come on. Let's get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flee back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
We'll find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
Aloy, in case we don't make it, I just have one regret.
What is it?
That we had to do all this climbing.
That a big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
It's here when you want it. Not fear, little distance.
So and Paulie are fighting another Spectre up there.
I think they can handle it.
Big jump.
Looks like we snuck through.
To the right, I think.
And now to the left.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now.
The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
By the blood of the Ten!
Don't mind if I do.
Live long.
Good work, everyone. Let's go.
Whoa. Look at all this Zenith space stuff.
This way, demon! Ah! This is the death I was promised. Go!
At least she died on her own terms. Not as your puppet.
Aloy, it's been intense, but Catalo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
Now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
Silence! Zenith inbound, can we drop their shields, please?
Stay still.
This is pointless! You can't hurt us. Face it, you're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
One moment more. There.
No? Nothing. Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up! Are we supposed to be scared?
Escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I failed to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
I gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
Aloy, what? Time machine filth! Apologies for that. We're okay. As long as Alva hurries.
We got some unfinished business, little girl.
need a shield to take you out.
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
Are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there. He's almost down.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
Now we're having fun, right? You okay?
I will be. In time. Go. Rescue your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're all right.
The machines and specters have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have.
Is everyone all right down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few specters.
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Zoe told me you got Eric. Good work.
Yeah. Thanks.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out.
found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis. Whatever it is, the Zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva! What's going on here? Maybe Beta can help me figure it out. If she's okay. Almost there. This is it. Top of the line. Are you okay? Look, I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files. Anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there. The systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth. Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are... astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, you understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia, so you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self. So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me in a few centuries.
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Take cover! Get to the door!
Submit, Aloy. You can't win.
No!
I've heard that before.
Ask yourself why you're holding back.
I better scan that thing first.
Take her down! I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
A few more hits. It's over. Lord, couldn't you just let me choose?
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along?
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now, Aloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition. The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database, and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life, you'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the Ten.
Goodbye, Silence.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all of the help you can get.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
I hope it's really over this time.
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought. It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have. My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle. The ingenuity to solve any problem. The courage to overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.